welcome back to another episode of Tree Hill Talk.
Yay!
And it's a very special episode.
So special.
Because we have our friend and listener, Gwen.
Hi, Gwen!
Hi.
So Gwen is
Sorry,
here.
my voice is still a little gone, but I'll push through.
Oh, yeah. Are you
Oh, no
feeling
problem.
better?
Yeah, a lot better. It's just dealing with the mucus and coughing a lot. So.
Ingrid knows about
Oh, I
that
know.
life.
Everyone
has the mucus.
Yeah, the mukes. I
The mukes.
finally am over it. I just have like my last bit of lingering cough, but I
Yeah.
don't have like my hacking cough that I had in the last episode. So glad that's gone.
Yeah, we're all glad it's gone.
Yeah. So we watched season 5, episodes 7 and 8.
Oh, my God. They were good episodes.
They were good
They were
episodes.
really good. Yeah.
So 7 was Inda Club,
In the club.
which they didn't play Inda Club.
No,
no,
they
they
didn't.
didn't.
They
I
didn't.
was disappointed.
but
actually.
it took place in the
in the
club.
club.
In the
In
club.
Trick.
Yeah.
It was in Trick, and so it starts off with the group is all there, and Brooke is saying, "Oh, let's all do shots," and they were these nasty shots with tequila and grenadine that she kept saying that Owen
Named
after
after
her when really she was just naming it after herself.
Right.
What do you guys think about Brooke and Owen this episode? So the whole episode, Brooke is pretty much just like trying to get Owen.
Really trying to get him.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I think it's funny. I think she's being old Brooke,
yes.
right? What we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Like more. I
Agreed.
mean, she's old Brooke in the sense that she's.
She's pulling out some of the old Brooke stops.
Yeah. Like that have worked
But-
for her in the past.
Yeah.
But
in a
she's
refined
older now.
way. Like
yeah.
in the second episode. Do
yeah.
you know what about
Yeah.
what do you think, Gwen?
I see. I sort of agree, but it also is really not working for her
No.
because Owen, I think, sees through it. So I really enjoyed watching this because I thought like it was nice for once to see her have to like pursue a guy because she's always been pursued up to this point.
Right.
Mhm.
And like
Definitely.
it's not
Good
working
point.
for her, so she's like, I don't know what to do. I've never been in this situation, so I actually really enjoyed watching that because I'm like, now you get to feel what like most girls feel
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
You have to make an ass out of yourself,
Yeah.
kind of.
You have
to
to make
do
an
it.
effort.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
her old tricks aren't working.
Yeah.
Like,
she
she
needs
tries-
new tricks.
Yeah, she's trying her old tricks and they just aren't working out for her. And it's like she kind of likes it. Like
Yeah.
she's liking
She likes
the
the
chase.
game. Yeah.
And
Don't we all? I mean,
Yeah, and I
so
mean-
silly.
and I like the banter that they have back and forth.
I do too.
I
Yeah.
like I like it.
Yeah. For now.
For now, it's fine.
It's entertaining.
It is
It is.
entertaining. And
It's
and
entertaining.
it's nice to see Brooke kind of and I think that whole episode it's just her dealing with that and then dealing with her mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we have
Victoria.
Bitch Toria showing up in her leopard
Oh my
tight
God, that was
shirt and
ridiculous.
she's dancing and Brooke's just like, please tell me I don't look like that when I dance.
Yeah.
And you know, she's dealing with Victoria and Victoria's just being herself and just there to make Brooke feel like shit and Owen kind of feels bad for her.
Yeah.
I really liked when Peyton sent her the drink.
Oh, I died.
What was it called? The shrew.
It was
something?
called where I had the name. Hold on. Bitter Shrew.
Yeah,
Bitter
that
She
was
Shrew.
sent
really
her
funny.
Bitter Shrew, and then she like points to Mia as she's singing, and she's doing an amazing job, and she's like, "See, like,
Yeah,
the money is,
Exactly.
going somewhere." But Victoria's just being a pain in the ass.
Gwen, did you watch these 2 episodes just before, or did
yeah,
you remember?
I watched them. I think right before last week,
Oh, okay. So it's still
and then I
fresh
watched
in
them
your
again like this week, and it just like that scene always makes me laugh because like it's so nice to see Peyton actually be able to stand up to Victoria and just like
Yeah.
show her
Yeah.
like see like regardless of what you think, like it's actually working. So I really enjoyed that, and I thought it was hilarious when Owen was basically saying that her mom was Brooke in 20 years.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brooke's like, what? Like, absolutely not. And I like that just made me laugh because I was like, that is actually pretty funny. Like, I love that banter back and forth. So,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. That's
Yeah.
funny.
We laughed out loud. We had
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of good
Yeah.
slappers.
And then I know this really sucks, but I feel like we should just get it over with for this episode. Is Nanny Carey
Oh.
and her red
Nanny
dress
Carey.
all up on Nathan, touching him, and I'm like, bitch,
She's getting
back the
plastered
fuck
in
up.
front of him. Like that's definitely.
Yeah.
The situation of how they all have to now go to places together, they come home together.
Right, like why?
Yeah.
She's like
Find
in
it
the
she
friend
lives
group.
there.
It's
I
weird.
find it very
But she
weird.
wasn't with them. She was just
No,
at the bar.
but then
she
again,
went
Haley
home
didn't
with
even
them. But then she went home
see
with
her
them.
there. She kept
Yeah.
asking if Haley was there or Haley wasn't
Oh, yeah.
around.
Yeah, it was just like Haley
was
would come
weird.
by, disappear, and then Nanny Carrie would
Yeah.
come in
She
and
would
do like
swoop
5
in.
tequila
It's like
shots.
front door, back door.
Exactly.
Going out this door. who's
Yeah,
coming
it
in
was
this door.
weird.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, so she was there flirting with Nathan. Q brings up the fact that he's like, "Look, she's flirting with you and you're flirting back. That's what I see, and that's what she thinks is happening.
Yeah.
You're the only one that doesn't realize this." And then I think that's when it clicks with Nathan.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of funny that
It
Q,
clicks with him, yet he still didn't do shit about
He
it.
still didn't.
Gwen, what do you think? What do you think of Nanny Carrie?
Oh my gosh, she's so aggravating.
Right? She so
I-
is.
The thing that like I just like don't get is like where this even came from, because really Nathan really didn't give her much to go off. Like he responded to the way she was reacting.
Mm.
So for me, it's just like I don't understand where her reasoning or thought pattern is. And I also was like, where is Haley during all of this? Because
Yeah.
like you would think that Haley would see that. I mean, that bar is not that big.
Yes,
know.
yeah,
So,
it's
like,
a
that-
small bar.
She was like, "Oh, I have to go backstage to help
Everyone
me."
seems to be spying on who
Yeah.
they need to spy on in
Yeah.
this club.
Right. Yeah, I
It
agree.
makes no sense whatsoever.
Totally.
But you know what? I do have to say, so I'm maybe jumping ahead, but I feel like Haley was more invested in Lucas's and Peyton's like business than she
Absolutely.
should have been in her
Mhm.
own.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so that was part of it too, because I think she was looking, she was focusing on things that weren't related to her and Nathan. And I can't really fault Haley, because I don't like, if I was in Haley's position, I wouldn't be like, I need to, be watching out for this nanny who up until this point really hasn't done anything
Yeah.
except for
Yeah.
maybe wear a bikini. So
Right.
Yeah,
and she had
true.
the talk with her. It's like, please don't wear a bikini.
Right.
And Carrie
Right.
was like, you got it. No problem.
And
So-
she
Yeah.
hasn't seen Nanny
She's
Carrie
been
do
on
anything.
her best behavior
Right.
with Haley.
yeah,
So.
Carrie
Right.
put on a really good front for everyone except for Nathan, because she thinks Nathan is totally invested in whatever she's
Yeah.
imagining.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Skanky.
Not a good situation.
Skanky. And we'll get to that skanky hoe in the next episode. Then also during Indie Club, we have Mouth and Millie to touch on some more positive.
I love it.
So
And
Brooke
double
sets them up on this like cute little date, gets her like a cute outfit to wear, and they're hitting it off. They're being really cute, and then in walks the other bitch, Alice.
Alice.
And she's like texting him and like staring at him from a corner, like
she's sitting by herself,
Yeah.
first of all.
She's just spying.
Sitting
Yeah.
on the couch just watching him.
and
Like,
she sends texts like at first she was texting him when she wasn't there. Then she shows up because
Yeah.
he dumbly said, "Oh, I'm at Trick
I'm at
with
Trick.
friends."
Yeah.
She shows up and she says, "Kiss her and you're fired." So when Millie did go in for the kiss, Mouth hesitated, so
Aw.
Millie was her and she left, which sucked.
Understandable. I mean, for Millie, that was a huge thing.
Mhm.
Big move.
Yeah. I mean, for any person, that's a big thing to go in for
Yeah.
the kiss. But
Yeah.
for Millie, who is so shy and so introverted
And
like
so
that.
into
Yeah.
Mouth.
And so
And she
into
thinks he's
him.
so
It's
hot and
cute.
it's really cute.
funny and
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, it's so sweet.
And then that's really it for that episode. And the next one we get a little bit more
Yeah.
of
Pretty
Millie.
much, yeah. That first episode, there was
well,
everyone in the club.
in this episode, Peyton and Lucas kiss.
Oh no, I'm just talking about Millie and
Oh,
Mouth.
oh,
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
Millie.
waiting.
No. Just Millie and Mouth.
Okay,
we'll
okay.
get to
that
that,
was it.
Michelle.
Oh,
We'll get
yeah,
to it.
that's it. Moving on. Nothing else happened. Nothing important at all. Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, yo, keep going with your pace.
Well, I mean, we can talk
can
about it.
definitely
It's a
talk
big
about it.
thing.
It is
So
the biggest.
So this whole time we have Lindsay constantly going to Lucas saying, "Oh, can't find you. You're always with Peyton. Come find me."
Which
and then
is
goes off.
true.
And they're,
Which is
they're
true.
passing back and forth the check.
Yeah. So
Oh God, it was
Peyton-
so annoying.
I did think it was funny when Owen is like, "Oh, this drink's for you,"
That
and
was
it
funny.
was in the check came
No, it
out.
was
I thought
funny.
that was pretty funny.
Like after a while, though, I was like, okay, let's just be done with this.
yeah,
This
like
is
rip the check
silly.
up. Like Luke could have just ripped it if he didn't
Yeah.
want to accept the money.
Exactly.
I
He
mean,
just
I
kept
get.
finding excuses to go. I feel like they both kept finding the excuse of the check to like find each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
to keep
I mean,
playing
we
the
know
game.
why, but
Yeah.
it was. I don't know. It was annoying.
So they have this back and forth. Lindsay's getting pissed, obviously. Lindsay does
Rightfully
have the
so.
moment, does go up to Peyton and says, "You know what? I don't like you," because Luke says that
Why don't
there's
you
no
guys go
communication.
apologize? Like you should
Yeah.
talk it out. I'm like, no, actually you shouldn't because they have no business being
Mhm.
friends. They dated the same guy. They're both in
Right.
love with the same guy.
And I
You
mean,
don't need to be friends.
as much as I love Peyton, I totally understand Lindsay.
Oh yeah,
Like, this girl comes back into the picture, the girl that motivated Lucas to write this incredible book, and now all of a sudden
motivating him again.
and all of a sudden he has this sparked interest in writing again, and she does say that.
Yeah,
So,
I thought it was really interesting that she even admitted that she dyed her hair to look exactly like Peyton.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like,
yeah,
that sort of broke my heart for her because I think she is so insecure right now because she's like,
Mhm.
why is my boyfriend, suddenly like super into, like writing again. And so she's trying everything she can to be like Peyton because
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
thinks
Totally.
that's what Lucas like wants. And so like, even if that's not what he wants, like that has to be a terrible place to be in. And
Oh
so
my god, yeah.
I was like, when I heard that, I was like, okay, like that's pretty like intense. And the fact that she even admitted it, I was like, I have to give props to Lindsay there because
Absolutely.
Yeah.
under-
Yeah.
What-
It's
what
always
people
said,
thought.
like, Lindsay knows herself.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she said that
Right.
too. She's like,
Yeah.
I knew myself and I was confident until now. I feel
Uh-huh.
like I'm this insecure little girl.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel bad.
I know, you feel bad for
feel
her
terrible for
because
her.
imagine if that was you. Like,
Oh,
you're with this amazing guy, and all of a sudden this girl from his past that details of the relationship
Mhm.
because it's a
In
huge
a book,
successful
yeah.
novel.
Yeah.
And like she comes into the picture and all of a sudden your boyfriend is writing again, and
You're like,
you see his car at her office
Yeah.
at night, and obviously I would feel the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and I don't remember if it was this one or episode 8 where Brooke says, "I've been in that sandwich. I've been
I think it was
between."
the second
at
episode.
Yeah.
the end of this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
okay.
she's like,
Yeah.
"Look, I've been the Lindsay between Lucas and Peyton, and
Yeah.
it sucks. Like, it is
Yeah.
not a fun place to be." But Peyton keeps being told, "You came back for Lucas." She won't admit it, and then she finally does admit it. Yeah, I did come back for Lucas, and
Yeah.
and even Nate says to Luke, you love Peyton. Like,
Yeah.
Nate even knows.
Right.
So it's like everyone kind of knows this, and even Haley, who's like so upset about the whole thing, she knows that there's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, she does end up seeing them
Yes,
kiss.
she does.
Yep.
So at
I
the
think
end,
it was Nate and Lucas were talking about how Peyton keeps wanting to give Lucas the check,
yeah,
and Nate was saying he was kind of like understanding, like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
clearly there's something
well,
here because
yeah.
you're friends,
Right.
like, quote unquote.
And I wrote, Nate said, "You're more upset about Peyton
Yep.
than you are Lindsay."
yes,
And I was
Always.
like, ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's always Peyton.
I remember watching this like live and then going back and like obviously catching up with the first 4 seasons, but I was really like mad at Lucas during this episode because
Yeah.
I felt like he was dragging it out where he should have like said, he should have accepted the check right away, especially
Yeah,
after the fight from the previous episode.
Mhm.
But he is stringing both girls along, and I was so mad at Lucas. I was like, this is not okay. Like the way that he is treating both of them. Like, I understand your heart's conflicted, but you're basically putting both girls through misery.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm like, how hasn't Peyton been punished enough up to this point that like you can't just
Yeah.
let her go?
yeah.
So like
Seriously.
he really frustrated me in this episode because I was just like, oh my gosh, I was like, Lucas, you're stringing along both of these like girls, like it's not okay.
yeah.
He really is. And
It was very frustrating to watch.
yeah, and he does string Peyton along because Peyton says, I should have said yes
Oh
when
my
you
God,
proposed. And I was
moment.
so
Yeah,
for those out there that
Gosh.
for those that watch the commentary, the reaction to that scene where she goes
I went
off.
through a lot.
Yeah,
during
there's
that.
a lot of emotions during this.
That was like a gut punch, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she says, I should have said yes. I came back for you. I'm still in love with you. And you just see Lucas like, fuck. He's just like, oh no, like, and then they kiss.
and he doesn't stop her.
He doesn't
and
stop
he's
her.
I
kissing
did
her
boo-hoo
back.
to it. 'Cause
Well,
I
like,
love me some
I-
Leighton, but it's
Yeah.
wrong. It is wrong.
It's wrong.
Well, she pulled away and then he pulled her back in. And
Yeah.
that's
That's
when I-
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
did.
I
forgot.
Yes, he did.
It's okay to get passionate
Yes,
about
he
it.
did. He
Yeah,
got
he did
passionate.
go back in.
Yeah, he did. I was like, Lucas, you should have just been like, that's not okay. Like I'm, like in love with, someone else. but he pulled her back in, and that's
Yeah,
so I was
he
like,
wanted to
that
kiss
is
her
so
more.
not cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
So. Oh. There we go. Okay, so so this happens. And so then we have Peyton, he says, I need to go see Lindsay. Now,
And Peyton
did we
is like,
and Peyton's just
she
like
looks upset.
she's
though.
upset, and then that's when she goes to Brooke
Yeah.
and she says, you know, I did come back for Lucas. She doesn't say that they just kissed.
No, she doesn't mention
She
it
doesn't
at all.
tell Brooke, but Brooke is like, look, you need to go. Brooke is telling her advice to go see him, go talk to him, not knowing that this just happened.
Yeah.
That she already said she loves him, that she already said that she
already
came back
said all
for
the
him.
things that she needed
She
to
should have said
say.
yes. All of these things. And Brooke's like, go, go, go.
Peyton's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll go again, and I'll make an
So-
ass out of myself again.
So Peyton goes.
oh.
She knocks on the door. And Lindsay answers.
Lindsay's
And
like,
you first
in
see
tears.
tears.
She's
Yeah.
in
So
tears.
you're like, okay, Lucas broke it off. And then she's like, ding.
Hello.
Lucas just proposed to me. And you're just like,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Peyton's face.
Yeah, he proposed with Peyton's ring, by the way.
Right.
I was so mad at Lucas. Like that, have never been so mad at him in my life, especially when he's in the background and he sort of smirks at Peyton
Yeah.
when she realizes that he proposed, and I was like, Lucas, you are the biggest asshole like ever. I did not
Seriously.
believe he proposed with her ring.
I can't
That was
believe
not
it.
cool.
And I think it just kind of tumbleweeded.
It was
Right. Well, yeah.
spiraling.
I have
So
to
we
cover
didn't-
myself right now.
We didn't see what exactly happened until the next episode.
Right.
So right now, up until before we see episode 8, we just know he proposed. We don't know what
We're like, oh,
exactly
wow.
Right.
unfolded. We don't know if he went and was like, you're the one, and he proposed. We don't know how it happened. All we know is that he did, and that Peyton, you just see the look of just pure,
Like pure
just-
white. Like
Just she's
gone.
destroyed,
Yeah.
and you're just like, fuck, what just happened? Because you see Lindsay's tears, and you think, Lucas told her, look, Peyton's
And Peyton
the one.
was ready to say like, "Oh, Lindsay, like I'm
I'm
sorry it
so
happened
sorry.
this
Oh,
way."
yeah.
Like,
Right.
Little does she
Oh,
know.
it's so cringy.
Oh.
It's so cringy. All the cringe.
I was thinking that Peyton was gonna continue saying like, "Oh, we kissed or something," and Lindsay
Right.
but Lindsay then just, shows
Yeah.
her hand that they're
Yeah.
engaged. So I was like, "Oh, that's even worse."
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how the episode ends.
Yeah.
A few things we didn't touch on from 7 before we move on to 8. Mia's performance.
Oh, she was
did
great.
a really good job. She's
Stupid.
Kate Vogel in real life, and stupid
Kevin
K-Fed.
Federline.
Oh my
why?
God.
Oh my god.
Jason.
What was
Jason,
he
yeah.
was such a
We just call him
stupid
K-Fed.
punk. It was so stupid.
He's like, you suck. Like, who
The
does?
only one in the
The only one
audience.
in the audience.
He calls her
We're
like
just
a
"Don't-"
hoe or something.
Yeah, you a hoe. And everyone's just like so quiet.
They're like, what?
I'm like, what? Who
Yeah.
are you? You're not. It's like he's not even a real. Like, obviously, everything is to the extreme on this show, but
Yeah.
he's just so out there. It's like not even.
Everyone like turned
believable.
around. They're like, really, dude? Like,
And then
this-
he gets knocked out by Q because he like slapped Haley's ass.
Yeah.
And then Q came into the rescue with a good right hook and like
Yeah, 'cause
knocked him out.
Nathan was gonna go. Well, he says he wasn't.
Well, Nathan
He
was
was
getting in his face, but
Right.
Nathan
Yeah.
was being good. So Nathan this whole time
Yeah.
wasn't drinking. It was his first time out since
He was
the
being
the
responsible.
incident of
Right.
him losing everything, and he was about to get in his face, but Haley like pushed him back, and she said, "Not again! Don't do this." And
And he was
I
like,
think
"Okay."
he did realize, like, I think he just wanted to like get in his face and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean that's his wife, and he
Yeah.
makes a good point.
Right.
Like, what do you want me to do? Just sit there and be like, "Oh, honey, I'm sorry you just assaulted
Molested.
over there, but I'm just being a good
Yeah.
boy. I'm
Or
just gonna sit
Please
here.
don't ever do that
Please
again.
don't do that,
Don't do
K-Fed.
it,
Don't touch my
K-Fed,
wife's
please.
butt, please."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So, I mean, I get it, and it was nice of Q to go in and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think too that Haley was overreacting, but I think part of it was because of what she had witnessed with Peyton and Lucas. I think she
Yeah.
was mad about that and just was like, it just set her off over.
Right.
Like, it just set her over the edge.
I
So.
agreed.
Yeah, 'cause
I
she
thought
just
she
saw it.
overreacted it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what? Relax, girl.
Yeah, she
But
did
then I-
overreact, but then
Yeah.
you realize, oh, she just saw Lucas and Peyton.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So,
it
I think
fueled
I
the
honestly
fire.
think she was really mad at Lucas and Peyton at that point, and so she was just like, "Well, Nathan's here, so I can just like take it out on him."
Right.
Yeah,
So-
That's
exactly.
a good point. Yeah.
All right, so we want to jump into episode 8
yeah,
now.
this is the big one.
So
episode
8, please, 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 let me get what I want, which
Well,
obviously
8. Peyton.
Peyton.
Yeah. Mm.
Ooh, so we
This,
get
this episode Well, I was going to say this episode, this is the one that I really wanted to come on because of what happened with Peyton.
Yeah.
I was like devastated after this episode.
I know.
Oh, I know. It is. It's
I even said
devastating.
during commentary, I'm like, she plays such a good sad girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
She
Hillary.
does plays it.
Her acting was so good.
Yeah,
So
and
good.
Hillary Burton said, like, someone asked her because she was on Lethal Weapon. She's like, it's nice not to play a sad girl
Yeah.
anymore. She's like, it's nice to hold a gun and be a badass for a little bit.
exactly.
Even though Peyton's a badass, but she does
is,
a lot of crying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Um,
cries a lot. She's got
yeah.
a lot of sad things
I
going
mean,
on.
a
everything
great
bad
actress.
happens to
Yeah,
her,
she's
though,
great.
in the show. Poor Peyton.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So we get the flashback, and we see what happened. So we have to relive the kiss, and we're just like, fuck.
And she says, "Tell me you love me too."
Yeah, and
Which
she said
we-
she did say that.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
remember her saying that the first time around, but I heard it the second time.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, girl,
Yeah, and then
don't
he
ask him
he
that."
says, I need to go to Lindsay. We see him go, and Lindsay's like
She's
crying.
ready to go.
She's ready to go, and he's like trying to talk to her and comfort her, and then she pulls out the ring.
Oh,
So she finds this ring, and what do you think is going through her
She
mind?
said-
Like,
well, I found it not a good place. I found it in your sock drawer.
right? Like who?
And
For laundry. Didn't she say she was
yeah,
gonna do
she was.
laundry?
Well, she was trying to.
It's
She was going to do
putting
laundry to make her
laundry
feel. Yeah, to
Yeah.
like make
Right.
herself feel better to keep busy. And she finds this ring, and she's like, "Well,"
and she automatically, in my opinion, assumes that it's for her.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gwen,
And-
do you agree?
Yeah, because I think at that point they've been together like 2 or 3 years. So
Yeah,
I think
right.
she assumed like, this is the natural progression. And so
Yes.
she's
Right.
like, why haven't you given this to me yet?
right.
And yeah, he was
Especially
hiding
since
it.
Peyton's back.
Mhm.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
so-
she's probably thinking that too. Okay, now Peyton's back. Maybe that's why he's hindering proposing to me.
Yeah,
But little does she know that's not even her ring.
yeah. Like
Oh,
that.
it's so
that ring.
embarrassing.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Oh.
And she's going on, and she gives this big speech about how, how much she loves him, and
She would love him
she
if
would
he
love
was
him no matter
the
what.
coach in Tree
The
Hill
small
or
town
the
coach,
writer or
and
whatever.
because he tries to spin it, because he knows he's in a bad spot. He's like, I fucked up, and he's just
he
trying
did
to
it
spin
real
it.
well, though.
I mean, that's what Lucas is. He's good
great.
at just twisting things. He's like, I thought I didn't want to propose to you until I started writing the
my book again,
because
yeah.
I didn't want to let you down. And she obviously is like, I'm in love with you. It doesn't matter if you write a book.
Right.
So then he gets down on one knee and proposes to
Yeah.
her. And I'm just like,
and she's like
"Ugh."
surprised. I'm like, why are you surprised
Because I don't
now?
think she knew he was that serious.
guess.
Yeah, I think she was probably questioning whether that ring was ever gonna be
Yeah.
given to her.
Right.
Oh my
And
God.
when it happens, she's just like, "Oh, fuck everything I just said. Hell yeah, I'll marry you." Oh my
yeah,
God.
sure, this is great.
So,
And I think at
I
this
just want to like
point-
slam
And
my
it was
head on this
Peyton's
microphone.
ring.
It was
The
Peyton's
ring that he was going to give to Peyton that he's been holding on to.
Yeah.
Why didn't you pawn that
Right.
shit or something?
Yeah.
You're
And the
holding
other
on to it.
reason I recognize that in that season watching it because Brooke had it on. So when Lindsay held her hand up,
Yes.
I in that episode knew I was like, "That's Peyton's ring." And I remember
Mhm.
like being on the CW boards and people were so mad that he had
Yeah.
proposed with her ring.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, are you? That is like the absolute worst thing you could possibly
It's
do.
like,
Like,
a little
twist the knife even further,
disrespectful.
really.
Yeah. And it was the same box. It was
But I
the
feel
same.
Yeah.
worse for Lindsay because that's not. She's like, oh, this is everything I hoped
It's
it would have
not-
been.
yeah.
You know, the
But
ring
again, he
itself.
could've-
It's like, and
oh
it's
my God.
still
You know,
Peyton. Like
he
Peyton
was-
is still involved
yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
I sort of question Lindsay in this point because like you were ready to walk out and leave, and you're going to turn around and just say yes. Like there's
Yeah.
clearly some problems between you and Lucas, and
Yeah.
like I'm like, I'm sorry, Lindsay, but I think you're doing a little bit of this to yourself. Like if you are having that much doubt, you should just walk away. Like
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
shouldn't be that hard to like
Right.
Right.
And then
Really
in
with
Lucas
something.
fashion, oh, we're having problems. Let me fix it by proposing.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Well, he was
the
I
second
think-
time around.
Yeah.
He just had to fix that situation.
He had to
He
fix
just-
it.
That was
Yeah,
the
'cause
only way.
That was the fix. And again, with
Imagine
Peyton,
if he was like,
that was the
"This
fix.
was for Peyton, and I've
Right.
been holding on for
He
it for all
doesn't
these
like
years."
hurting people. That's
No,
his
well,
thing. So
unfortunately, he does it.
in,
though.
no, he doesn't like hurting people intentionally. If he
Oh, no, of
if
course.
he had just let her walk out without like doing anything with the ring, he knew it was going to be done. It was over. Nothing was happening. So
and he
I
wasn't
think,
ready for that.
and he wasn't ready. He's not
Yeah,
ready
and
to
he's
let
still
go of
lying to
either of
himself.
them. Yeah, he has issues. Clearly,
Yeah.
he needs to talk to someone.
They all need to talk to someone, but
so-
none of them do.
But
All of them need to
it's
go to
funny
therapy.
how so fast forwarding a little bit when the announcement of the fact that they're engaged is going around. Loved when he's sitting in the office and Skills, and he walks in late, and Skills and Nathan are looking over footage, and they're like, we're never going to beat this team if you come in late. And he's like, oh, I was too busy getting engaged last night. And they're like, to who? Like, who?
Exactly.
And it's a fair
Yep.
question. Because they're like, well, Peyton's back in town. Hell, it could even be
Yeah.
Brooke. Like, you never
That's
know.
what Nate
Yeah, that was a
said.
good
He
line.
was like, no,
Yeah.
why? He's like, yeah, this
Yeah,
is a
this
serious
shouldn't-
question.
This
we
is
wanna know.
actually something
He's
we
like,
don't
oh,
know.
Of course, Lindsay.
Yeah,
It's
he's
not
like,
of
obviously
course,
it's Lindsay, and
because
they're like, oh,
No, it's
okay.
not that obvious.
It's not obvious because the fact that they had to ask is
Pretty
is-
sad.
The fact, yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I can't believe you have to ask." Really, like you're surprised that you're surprised that they're surprised that they don't know who it is.
Yeah.
And then I loved when Lindsay ran into Close Over Bros
With Haley and Brooke.
and Haley and Brooke
Haley
are in there,
Brooke.
and they see the ring, and they know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
ring.
Like Gwen said, yeah.
Yeah,
It
they
is-
they
that
know
is
that.
so
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
mean, when Lucas proposed to Peyton, she saw the ring, right?
No, I don't think she
No,
even
No, she
because
saw
saw
remember-
the
it.
box.
She saw the
Never
box.
opened it.
She
Yeah.
never
Okay.
opened it.
Okay.
But Brooke saw the
When
ring.
is
Brooke
this
had
gonna
it
come
on.
out?
Yeah.
This is gonna come
Oh,
out.
it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Brooke definitely saw the ring, and I think Haley probably saw it too.
Yeah.
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 I'm
I'm
assuming
sure.
that he would have showed her the ring before he
Yeah,
went.
right?
Yeah,
I
like
was-
he probably
yeah,
asked Haley to help
best
him
friend
pick it
kinda
out.
It's gonna
and-
come out that Peyton, that was your ring.
But I
Oh my
honestly
God.
think Haley's surprise was more over the fact that he proposed, considering what she witnessed.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
I was like,
Just
oh wow.
like, wait, he was just like making out with his ex-girlfriend. Like, really? Like, are you sure he proposed? Like, that's what I
Exactly.
got from Haley in that moment.
Yeah, and
And-
Brooke was like, "Oh, okay, congratulations."
Yeah,
This is
and then-
super awkward.
and Haley did go up to Lucas at one point and was like, "This is serious. Like marriage is serious." And Haley knows she's been married for like 500
she-
years already, and she's
yeah.
like 22.
Peyton out of the office. That was that scene.
yes.
And it's like Lucas kind of makes a joke like, "Oh yeah, she's my number 2 because you're always gonna be my number 1. Don't tell Nathan or
Yeah, she was
Lindsay."
really, she was like,
And she
annoyed
was
with
just
it.
really
She's like, "You're
annoyed because she's
stupid."
just like, fuck, everybody's just so fucked up right now. Like, Haley's just done with everyone.
Yeah.
And, oh, God, I hate the fact that Lucas proposes to Lindsay.
Yeah.
It bugs me.
He had to fix the situation
I
that
know,
he got
but
himself in. And I think now
Now
he
he's
put
in
the
an
wall
even
up
bigger situation.
and he's like, I can't let Peyton in.
Yeah.
This is what I committed to, and I just got to roll with it. And then he says at the end, let's get married.
Yeah.
Like, he can't allow his heart to be open to Peyton anymore.
Yeah.
Let's get married. I'm committed. If I'm married,
Let's do this quick.
I
he needs to
can't
close
allow
up shop.
Peyton feelings to come in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're
and
an idiot.
And then when Peyton first confronts Lucas about the proposal, she's begging him not to marry
oh my
her.
God. My heart was breaking. I'm
like,
girl, no.
She's hysterical crying, begging him not to marry her. Like, don't marry her. Don't you feel the same thing I felt? My universe came back into place after we kissed and all this stuff.
Yeah,
And you're
like
just
they
like,
felt- She's like,
girl,
didn't you
just-
feel like we were back
Yeah.
where we used to be?
And
He
and
didn't say anything.
he didn't say a word. And then Haley
He
walks
said,
in.
he did. He said, I'm in love with
I'm
her.
in love
Yeah,
with
he-
her.
I'm in love
he
with
goes,
her.
"I'm
Yeah,
in
right,
love
so,
with her."
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
then,
that took the wind out of her sails
Oh.
because at that point she was just like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
like
that
Yeah.
was like a
that was
low
it.
blow
Yeah,
to
for
the
her.
stomach,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Okay, I need to snap out of this
Yeah.
now."
and then Haley walked in and she says, I'm the matron of honor. Oh, God.
Well, she, and like Haley, like I understand Haley's upset, but Haley really made me mad this episode, especially when they're in the recording studio and she just like unleashes on Peyton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, but aren't you better friends with Peyton? Like, and she gives her no compassion or empathy whatsoever.
You're
And
right.
Yeah.
that really bothered me because I was like, I'm sorry, but Peyton is really going through something tough. And like, you're just basically saying, like, I'm choosing a friendship that I've had for way less time
Mhm.
over you. And you just have to get over it because, like, you're wrong. You did this, you did this. And Peyton's just like, okay. Like, and she sits there and takes it every time
Yeah.
someone tells her that
She
she's
sits
wrong.
there
She's
in
like,
silence.
okay. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and she
And
knows
so, like,
the history.
yeah.
you know?
Haley just really bothered me because
Mm.
she was just so like abrupt and rude to her. And she's like, yeah, I'm the matron of honor. Like, can you leave now? And I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, like,
I noticed
That's
that
super
too.
rude.
She was very abrupt
Yeah.
with her. She wasn't
Um,
considering Peyton's feelings really at all.
Yeah. So like Peyton is like begging for Luke, and then when she realizes that, that's when she goes and visits her mom and is like,
I
I
like
really
that
need
scene.
I really need like a sign. And before we get into that a little bit more, Allison on Twitter, hey girl,
Hey.
she says, Peyton is fighting for Luke, but do you think it's something she should have done a long time ago? Although it is a fine line between fighting for the one you love and being a homewrecker, she's having a rough-ass day.
Yeah, it's a rough day for
Yeah.
her. I don't think she should have fought for it sooner.
No, me
No,
neither.
I don't
she-
think she realized until she's home again.
Yeah.
When you go home and you go back to what things used to be,
And they're
you
not
Yeah.
the
fall into
same.
your
You're like,
same
oh, okay.
routine and
Yeah.
everything like
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
I was thinking about like that actually because when I was watching it, and something that sort of like stuck out to me is that up until this point, since she's been back, I think Peyton's been punishing herself because everyone has told her like you were in the wrong. You ended this relationship because you said like you weren't ready. And she's like trying to defend herself, but I think like she was basically putting herself through this because she was trying to make it right. She was trying to be like, no, Lucas, I'm here for you. Like I want to, And so
Yeah.
she was trying to make it right. And I think finally she was like, I don't need to punish myself anymore. Like it's hurting her to the point where she's like, I need to put myself, like my own feelings, and I need to just let go because I think she's trying to set herself free as well as, obviously Lucas.
yeah.
But I think that was more for her than for anyone else because she had been like punishing herself and like, basically saying, you're right. Like I messed up. I should have done this. I should have said this. I should have gone to the book signing. And all of that
Yeah.
stuff. And so I think she's finally just realizing like, no, like it's time for me to be done with this because it's hurting me as much as it's hurting Lucas and everyone else.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I don't think that she could have done that up until that point when she finally was just like, okay, I'm done. Like
Agreed.
that's too much for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she does go and visit her mother's grave, the sign that she's given is this leaf falls and it lands on the Scott grave, which is Keith Scott.
I got
Now,
chills.
before we see what she gets from that, what did you think the sign was? Because it was just Scott.
It's just said Scott, so I was like, okay, maybe the sign. Peyton's thinking, oh, let me go fight more for Lucas because
Yeah.
it was on Scott.
Right.
I didn't. You know
But I
what?
was
I
also
didn't get
like,
that feeling. I don't know. I knew it would landed on Keith, obviously.
Yeah.
because it's the only Scott in there for now.
I actually didn't know the sign.
Yeah,
I
you
really
didn't
got-
know what it was?
I didn't
It's
think
very
it meant to go
vague.
Right.
for him. I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
know what it was, but
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Scott,
Yeah.
Lucas. I was thinking, it
Right.
has to do with Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
But
then,
when she says it about
Mhm.
Keith, that makes more
yeah,
sense.
so
Did
she
you
goes.
pick up on the sign, Gwen?
When?
When I first watched it, I didn't. I feel like I was confused because I knew it landed on Keith's grave,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if that meant like that she needed to be like I sort of like it's okay. So the first time I watched it, I honestly was just like, does this mean like she's supposed to be a Scott and to like keep on like
Yeah.
trying?
Yeah.
Mhm, that's what
And
I
so
thought
I
at
was just
first
like,
too.
okay, so that's actually the first thing I thought.
Right.
And then when she showed up and she started pouring her out, I was like, okay, that's definitely not it. Like,
Yeah,
Right,
it's like the
yeah.
complete opposite.
Exactly. She was
So-
like, no,
Oh, yeah.
I'm Keith.
Yeah.
I'm
She-
going to be that friend for you.
Oh God, she
But
grabs
she's
his
always in the friend
hand.
zone.
She grabs his hand and she's like, just like Keith was.
Which is
There
also
for
like a
Karen.
little
for all-
dig.
It is a dig. Honestly, I think it was a
It's
dig.
a dig.
She was genuine in the fact that she wants him to be happy
Yeah.
as much as it pains her, as much as just like Keith was. I mean, Keith was with Karen for what, 16 years as a friend?
Right, he loved
in the
her
friend
so
zone
much.
for
Friend
16
zoned her, yeah.
years. And then, I
And-
mean, he did
yeah, and-
eventually end up with Karen, but
Yeah.
I think Peyton is saying, okay, I'm going to be that person for you. I will always love you.
Yeah.
And I will always be there for you as a friend, but just know I'm going to be suffering like Keith was.
Exactly.
Like
Like,
it's that little
yeah,
dig
it's
there.
a dig. Yeah.
And as she's walking away, you just see this, like, Lucas's face was just, he did like
The
a little
wall
head
had
shake.
a crack.
Oh,
the wall's cracking.
it is
Oh.
cracking.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, "We got to get married, like tomorrow."
Yeah. He was like,
and
okay,
then-
Lindsay,
oh
now
my
we need to
God,
get
I
married
get so
because
mad at that. He's
he's
like, let's get
so-
married ASAP.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
ASAP,
Yeah, as
exactly.
soon as
It's
Like, oh my gosh.
It's
Right,
so
exactly.
bad. It's so
Bad.
bad. It's so
It's
bad.
So bad, Lucas.
Because
Ugh.
we're children.
Yes. Because that's what you do when you're 21, 22.
I know they are kids. Oh my God, they're so. Oh God, they're only 22. All this stuff is
And
happening.
Lindsay's
they're
a little
only
bit older.
I think
She's a
so.
little bit older, but
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
she's
I think
probably like late
yeah.
20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. there are other things happening in this episode besides
It's hard
Peyton
to
and
believe,
Lucas.
but there's other
I
stuff
know.
that happen.
So, I mean, we'll pretty much end with that with Lucas, with Leighton
Yeah.
in this. You know, there's a lot of shit going on with them. We could do something a little lighter. So Mouth thinks he's fired. He's putting away all his stuff. And then he finds out that
This is
Alice was a
ridiculous.
hoe and was
Yeah.
sleeping with everybody in the
Everyone.
office.
Which makes me feel better.
It does me
about
feel
the
better.
situation.
Me too.
Because she gets let go, so she's gone at least. It's kind of funny that she was banging everybody, apparently.
When did she have the time?
I don't know
She
when
was
she had
always
the
with
time.
Mouth.
And I don't know.
She was thirsty.
She
Yeah,
was
thirsty girl.
She was a thirsty Alice. And but then Mouth gets promoted to cover the Ravens' big game.
So like
Chills.
So that's exciting. He's
Aw.
even interviewing
Poetic.
Lucas. And then he decides to go after Millie.
love
And
it.
at first, I mean, she has a point. If you find out this guy that you were sort of interested in is sleeping with their boss to get a promotion or get higher up in work, he'd be like, ugh, like
yeah.
turned off by it. But we know as the audience that Mouth is a sweet little angel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Millie doesn't know that.
But Millie
side of
doesn't
him
know
yet.
that. So, you know, he decides, you know, to go after her. And he does it in a really sweet Mouth way, showing her ballet and getting to know her.
He's
And
the best.
it's really cute. I really like them.
Yeah. I'm hopeful for a future
A
in
budding
that.
relationship.
A budding Mouth and Millie.
Yeah, what would their name? Their name would be their ship name.
Mm.
What would their ship name? Because they're both M's.
Eminem.
Eminem, there we go.
Eminem is cute. I like
Eminem's
that.
cute. All right, so we'll call him Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah, and I mean, oh God, I don't want to talk about Nanny Carey, but we have to.
Oh.
She's season
she's
5
the
worst.
worst.
In the worst. In the
She's
terms
so
of-
bad.
She's so
Yeah.
bad.
She's so bad. Oh God, it's all so terrible. So
It is Nathan.
where do we even want to start with this?
Well,
So
she goes and buys a shirt.
Yeah,
She's
at Clothes
buying-
Over Bros.
yeah, and you know Millie doesn't know her, and she's like, "Oh, good luck." She wants to impress
I'm
someone.
trying to impress a guy.
And then, so at this point, Haley is in the recording studio with Mia, and they're doing music. And she calls home saying, "Oh, are the boys around? I want to see if they're waiting up for me." And of course, Nanny Carey's like, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. If they says they're not home, and I'll cook them dinner if they get home." And then she's like,
Right.
"Boys, dinner's ready."
Right, because she's playing mom.
Oh,
She's
wait.
playing mom. And then we have a moment where Jamie calls her mama by mistake.
that was
And you see
bad.
Nathan look at
Smile
her
on her
like,
face.
Yeah,
The
she
smile on her
the
face.
smile on her
so
face,
creepy.
she was like, "Yes, call me mama." And
Like,
yeah, and then Nathan looks at her like, "Fuck." Nathan knows this is trouble.
This is a
Lucky
bad situation.
It started off, and I just remembered this. She was hungover, and he
Oh,
said, "You need to stop the
yeah.
flirting."
You need to stop the
He
flirting.
does say that.
You know, it
She's
needs
like,
to
I
end.
was
And
so
she's like,
that was
"Oh
the
my
first
God, I'm
time
so
he
sorry."
actually like reprimanded her though for
Yeah.
doing all of this.
And then she's like, "Oh, am I out of a job?" And he's like,
He's
"No."
like, no, we'll be our
but
little secret.
yeah.
Like, no.
And oh God, and it's like he knows. And then oh my God, and then after their little dinner, she's tucking in Jamie. Well, he's tucking in Jamie, and she's just standing
You're
there watching.
so good with him. Well,
You're
yeah,
s-
that's the father.
Yeah,
You
like
think?
that's my job. And then she's like, "You have paint on your face,"
Which
and,
he didn't.
ugh.
Liar.
And then on your eyelids, close your
Close
eyes.
your
And then
eyelids.
she kisses him, and I'm
So
like,
stupid.
"No, go away, go
and
away."
he
go away."
doesn't like push her off. He kind of just like standing
just
there.
standing
like,
there
he was
like,
like in
fuck.
shock. I'm like,
Yeah.
did you not see this coming?
Right.
You really didn't see this coming?
And then, so Haley comes home after this. Carrie's like, "Oh, I'm going to bed. Let me know if you need anything." Bitch, bye. Go to bed. And then Haley mentions the whole, like, talking about Peyton and Lucas and the kiss. And she says, you know, sometimes things are better off as secrets and
Yeah.
unsaid. And then did you think Nathan was going to say something and then
No.
stopped?
I don't predict
No.
him to say anything for a while.
I think I don't think he was, and then I think when she said that, he's like, "Well, see, now I don't have to. Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't
right.
gonna anyways, but now she gave me like an
Yeah.
out."
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But
Part
he's
of
definitely
me-
guilty.
Part of
Like
me
he
thought he was.
I
'Cause he was
think he was-
pacing at the.
Yeah,
was
I think he
upset.
wanted to say, "Look, maybe
Something.
I don't think he was going to say she kissed me, but maybe he was going to say, "Look, things with the nanny, or
Maybe
or
they're not gonna
maybe
work
he was
out.
gonna try to like bring up getting rid of her,
Mm.
and then when she said that,
He was like, maybe not.
and then she also said at one point when this was, I don't remember if it was the beginning of this episode or last episode, when they were in bed and she was pissed.
She was
still,
mad about Lucas and Peyton.
and she turns over and she's like, "At least you're not like cheating on me,"
Right.
which he's not. But
He's
like,
not,
he-
and
That
it
was
was
the first episode.
Yeah.
yeah. And I
You-
remember thinking that too. I'm like, well, he hasn't yet, and it was
Yeah.
kind of like foreshadowing.
right?
I think.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's
I don't know
he
things.
it's some
It's
form.
hard.
It's I don't know if it's an
An
not really
emotional thing.
Kind of.
It's like in a cat and mouse, like a flirting
Yeah.
way. It's
Yeah.
still hurtful
a
to your
flirtation
partner.
cheat. I don't
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
else to put it.
It's an attention. Like
It's
if he's getting
inappropriate
atten-
either
it's-
way.
It's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
Well, I think partly too is I don't think he really wants to like get rid of her because Jamie is really attached to her.
Yeah.
So I think part of
Yeah.
him is like, I want her to like stay because of Jamie, but it's also like this needs to stop. And I don't think
Right.
he knows how to put an end to it since he's
Mhm.
let these things escalate.
Yes.
And so
he hasn't put
he's
a
like,
stop to
he's
it.
really stuck. He doesn't know what he's supposed to do
Mhm.
in that situation.
right.
Yeah, because we do see all of these like open doors that Nanny Carey gives him for a chance to cheat, like when she turns on the light when she's about to go skinny dip
Yeah.
and he shuts off the light.
Luckily,
She kisses him, he doesn't kiss her back. When they're flirting at the bar, like he's just sitting
yeah.
there.
I don't consider him flirting. I just feel like he's just
He's
not
not shutting
he's not
it down.
shutting it down. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not shutting it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, oh God, just
Mhm.
so
It's a
dumb
bad
and annoying. Go away.
situation.
Wait,
I predicted this.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw it coming.
I
We
mean,
saw
they
that
kept
coming.
saying, "Oh, the hot nanny."
Yeah,
the hot
because they kept
nanny."
making it like she was the hot nanny.
Remember
Therefore, in
we
my
thought
head,
Mouth and her would get together?
yeah. Aw.
LOL.
Well,
Oh, I'm
double
definitely glad
M&M.
that didn't happen.
yeah,
No.
she would eat.
At least
mouth
way
alive.
better.
Yeah.
she
Way
is.
better.
Way better.
And then the only thing we didn't touch on really is Brooke in this episode. She has a really cute hangout sesh with Jamie.
yeah.
And she's venting about Owen when he comes in, and he's like, they were going back and forth flirting, and then she made a comment about his car, and he took it like it hurt him,
Yeah.
thinking, "Oh, you're one of those girls that like
Yeah.
cares about those things," and she's just
Materialistic.
confused because she thought they were having a good like. Because they
Like a
were kind of joking,
Yeah.
like making fun of each other, and then that kind of hit him in a place that,
Mhm.
and then he says, what's underneath all those clothes, Brooke Davis, and then she's having ice cream with Jamie, and Jamie's,
That was
listening.
Cute.
Yeah,
Very cute.
she's a good godmama, and so she's now kind of dealing with,
And then we said before when we opened up the episode, we were talking about her old tricks.
yeah,
And then she goes in the car
the back
naked.
seat.
For the third time, I think we've seen her do this on the show.
Right.
Like, it's hysterical. Like,
yeah,
that's her
she-
trick.
that's her thing, and
Also,
he
Rachel's,
he
apparently.
finally he's like, fine, let's have sex, your place or mine, and she's like, nah. She puts her dress on.
Do you think he was serious though? I got the impression that like he was just like saying it to like appease her, but I don't think he would have done anything. I mean, that's my
Yeah,
my like
I
hope,
think-
you
yeah.
know.
I
I
also
think that
agree
it's
with
the
I
that.
think
same
so
way.
too. Like he was
Yeah.
just like, because he was so blunt
He
about
seemed
it.
to be a good
He was
guy.
like,
He was like,
yeah,
fine.
He was just like, fine, let's have sex, your place or mine. And then maybe he thought she was gonna be like, oh no, I just want to like.
yeah.
But she was just like, nah, kiss, bye.
Yeah.
And they're back to like.
Which
playing
I
cat
think
mouse.
intrigued him more because
Right.
then he was like, okay, like, then he realizes like they're actually like both like pursuing each other. I think now
Mhm.
Yeah.
because he's fully like invested in like doing this with her.
Yeah.
So
And he did go to Clothes Over Bros.
He did. He
did.
wanted to
He
see
went
her.
there, so there might be something a lot there.
That's cute.
That's
I like
cute.
it.
I think that's it. I mean, I can't think of anything else we might have.
Did we miss anything, Gwen?
Yeah.
no,
you wanted to touch on?
yeah, in that episode, really the thing that really just was like totally like heartbreaking for me was Peyton's
Blatant.
speech, and I was like, that was
Yeah.
really the thing that just wrecked me. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know.
It was
Oh,
hard.
God. It's rough.
I was like embarrassed and hurt and having like so many emotions watching it for her. I'm like, oh my goodness, like.
Oh,
this
and then
is-
we didn't talk about in the beginning when she was first really upset, and Brooke
oh
is
yeah,
with her, and Brooke says, "Okay, you need to let go and
let's
burn the book."
Mhm.
And then they're together and crying. Brooke's such a good friend.
yeah,
Brooke's a really good friend to everybody. But yeah, Peyton's in a rough place. So predictions.
Ooh.
This is everyone's favorite part. Michelle and Liz predictions.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I can't wait for the ring to come out.
That's gonna come out. I don't do. I don't know.
I don't know
Len.
how it will. I don't know if
We didn't predict this late in this quickly. We thought it
No.
would be prolonged for a
Yeah.
little bit, but it really happened within
Yeah.
the next 2 episodes that we were talking. So
I don't know if Lucas will end up getting married or if he'll end up getting married and be like, oh shit. I don't know
think
if I
he'll
was supposed to
end
be
up-
with Peyton, but I don't think I
I
was
don't
supposed to be with
think-
Lindsay.
Right. I don't think him and Lindsay are like gonna be together, unfortunately. As much as I do like her. I
Yeah.
think she's
No,
a
I
good
like her
match
too.
for him.
His
this
mind
just
is
a
not in
really
the
shitty
right-
situation for her.
Allison actually
Set.
asked, "Why do you think he wants to get married right away?"
So,
So
he
he
can
just
ignore, yeah,
yeah,
build
he
that
can
wall,
ignore
right?
Yeah.
what he feels like.
Yeah.
for
He can't let in
Peyton,
the Peyton feelings. So
because a lot of that is hurt and
Mhm.
drama.
And I don't think he doesn't want to hurt Lindsay.
No,
And he wants to convince himself that like Lindsay's the one for me. I need to be with
Yep.
Lindsay. Peyton had her
Yeah.
chance. Like
Yes,
I'm done
right.
with that. And so he's like, we need to get married like right now because I think if they had prolonged it, he probably would have just been
Mhm.
like,
agreed.
Yeah.
more
This
time
is
to
not
think
working.
about it. It's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's gonna
like Peyton was my past, Lindsay's my future.
Because
Right.
that's totally a healthy reason to get married.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, what he's thinking is valid, though. I mean, but he really rushed
Yeah.
it all. Like, it's great
Right.
for him to have those feelings for her. Like, yeah, you're my future. But then kind of he was put in a pickle with the whole
Yeah.
ring situation. So that
Well,
was
I
just
mean,
not good.
they used the state championship speech again, and I thought it was like they did that for a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so when
Because
they were
like they were
talking
talking
about
how
the
he
book.
like, would always be in love with Peyton, and then at the end he's
Mhm.
like, okay, well I'm choosing to do something else, even though that may be true. I don't
Right.
want to do that. Like I want to be
Yes.
with someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think for him that was him like making a choice, saying like this is what I want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
do you think we're gonna have a wedding?
No. I
No.
think they're going to plan a lot. Oh, I don't know.
Because he's
The
like,
next episode
let's
could
get
open
married
up with them,
ASAP.
like driving somewhere.
maybe they
to
go
get
to
married.
Vegas or something
or
and
somewhere
and they get married and
They
Yeah.
elope.
they
Elope.
elope. Maybe they'll elope.
And then maybe after that, then the ring will come out. Be like, that was actually Peyton's ring.
Can
And
you
maybe that
imagine
will
getting
break-
married to someone and finding out the ring was
Do
someone
you think
else?
that will be the reason why him and Lindsay break up? It's because
I
that
don't know.
ring was not meant for her.
Or maybe she'll
Ever.
give
It
him
was
like
never
an
meant for
ultimatum
her.
of, if you want to be with me, can we move to New York? Or
Yes.
I mean, even though he's coaching, so I don't know if she'll do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I want to be with you, but I can't be around this town where Peyton is.
Mhm. Yeah. What's
don't know.
Karen gonna say?
Karen.
Karen's
I
off
miss
in
Karen.
like
Karen's not coming back.
Karen's off in like
She's
Egypt
like
or
living
wherever she is
somewhere
now.
with Lily, and they're just gonna send
Hey.
postcards, and they'll phase her out.
Yeah.
She's
I
gonna
guess that's
pick a
it,
continent
right?
and just like live there.
Yeah, she's
That's my
off
Yeah.
sending postcards.
That's like my
Plus,
prediction.
I mean, I think Karen would be fine with whoever Lucas chooses because like she trusts him. So she's like, if that's who you want to be with, I think she'd be fine with whoever he ended
Yeah.
up with.
Mm-hmm.
I
miss
still would like
her.
to see Deb.
Deb, I miss
Just
I miss
something
Deb.
where is she?
Just
Yeah.
give us like a recap, like what happened to them. I
Like we
wanna
know
see
where
them.
Karen is. She's
Yeah,
traveling.
we just don't.
Right.
No one speaks of
Dan's
Deb.
in jail.
Yeah.
But where's Deb?
Deb's hanging out with Royal.
Yeah.
They're off at a old people retreat.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah, they're actually probably in Dan's basement locked somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're yeah.
gosh, yeah, right? Oh man.
Predictions for the Nanny Carrie situation.
It's gonna keep going. I
Is,
think it's
what's
gonna-
the breaking point though?
What's gonna happen?
Either
Is Haley going to
walks
catch
in-
them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's gonna be
It's
be
gonna
bad.
look worse than
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it really is bad anyway.
I mean, what would have been worse though is when his pants were down on the floor and
Oh my
she
god!
was on her knees
Can we
and no one
pretend
came
that
in
never
then.
happened?
What was
Ugh.
with that?
So
That was so
bad.
cringy. That was the last
was
episode, right? Was that 6?
cringeworthy.
Episode 6 or 5?
Maybe
I
5.
don't know, but the fuck when she's putting on
That
his
was
pants, I'm like, go,
cringeworthy.
stop,
We're like,
knee her in the
oh.
face. What are you doing? Like, stop.
I think that was worse
I
than the
was like,
kiss.
I
yeah.
can't believe that Nathan didn't say anything in that
Yeah, I
situation. I
know.
was like, really?
We were just
So
cringing.
He was like
inappropriate.
still
That-
sitting there. He's like, I could put my pants on by myself, but I'm not gonna move and like
Yeah,
just
super
watching you and
cringy.
put
that
your
was definitely
hands on my legs and oh, it was so cringy.
So cringy. Oh, so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
You
we
think
know.
Haley's gonna like pull like a Nathan and like beat the shit out of her?
Oh my god.
Well, she does have her. When did she slapped Rachel?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah, that
threw,
was
threw a
good.
drink on Rachel.
graduation,
and, yeah,
that was
and
funny.
slapped her. She was like, "That's for this, and this
She's
is
got
for
the
that."
vicious side.
Yeah, Haley, when her claws come out, yeah,
Mhm.
she's.
Oh yeah.
And we know there's the big game is coming
Maybe-
too.
Maybe this is just like I'm throwing it out there. Maybe
Yeah.
Jamie sees
Something.
Carrie and Nathan and says, "Oh, I saw Carrie and Daddy kissing or something like that." And that's
Yeah.
how Haley's gonna find out. She's gonna flip a shit.
Well, she
and
already-
then she
Yeah.
said, "Are we on the same page here?" When she says, "Sometimes I pretend
I
you're
pretend
my
you're
kid."
my kid.
Oh,
Ew,
go away.
Kids will
creepy.
tell you everything.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
be careful with that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is true. You
You
know,
know?
they're sponges.
Yeah,
Whatever
'cause
you
maybe
say to
Jamie
them.
goes to Haley and is like, "Nanny Carrie pretends she's my mama."
Yeah,
like-
and I called
called
her
her
mama,
mom.
and she liked it. And
Yeah.
Daddy looks at her, and he likes her, and
Yeah.
It's not gonna be
We're
good.
a family when you're not here, Mama.
Or we had dinner with you. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't Nathan and Haley talk about? I guess they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like we
You
were
would
home
think.
for dinner. Yeah, the communication's a little
They-
lack.
And it's always on Nathan's part.
Mhm.
Why is it? Why is that?
Yeah.
He's always like keeping things unnecessarily
That's
from
his
her.
That's his
That's
personality.
his personality.
Yeah.
It's like not to hurt them, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah.
So this was episodes 7 and 8.
Yes. So
We
we're
only have-
halfway.
we only have 10 more episodes for
Wow.
this season.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
this season was during the writer's
Writer's
strike. So it was
strike,
a
yeah.
short
So
season.
short.
All the best
which is
TV was
awesome.
affected during that strike.
It
I remember those were
was.
dark days. I remember all my shows were cut short, and I was like, "Fuck, what do I have to do with
So
my life?"
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we only have 10 more episodes.
I'm excited though. This is such a good
I
season.
love
Yeah.
season
Gwen,
5.
what's your
Yeah.
favorite season?
My favorite season is actually 6.
Oh,
Six.
6.
Six
Okay.
is
Yeah,
up
it's
there,
actually
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
4 and 6 were probably my favorite.
Mhm.
I just like 4 because I really liked seeing like how Leighton got established.
Mm.
Yeah.
5 was just it's been heartbreaking for me. Like it was
Yeah,
just,
5
you know.
is tough.
So, but I really like 6. I just like all of the storylines. I like all of the people in 6. So
Yeah.
Were you the one that started watching it season 5?
yeah,
Oh my God,
I was
that's-
actually I had gone back to college to get a second degree, and I was in my apartment, and I just kept seeing these like previews for like brand new season, like, and they even like one of their promos said if you've never watched before, now is the time to jump in.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay,
Ah.
like I'd
Alright,
heard of the show, but
sure.
I'd never watched it.
Yeah.
And the very first like scene that I remember seeing was when like Peyton is on like the river court and goes to like hug.
Oh,
Yes.
Lucas.
Oh my gosh, there's some history here because that is like crazy.
There is
So,
some
I got the-
tension.
I got the flu really badly, and so my roommate let me borrow all of her season, like the first 4 DVDs, and I like literally took about 2 weeks and watched all of the episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am in love with Lucas and Peyton.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
That's
true.
awesome though.
That's
So
good.
yeah, so I got like really hooked like immediately. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
it's very
easy
Yeah, it's so- to
intriguing.
get hooked
Yeah.
on.
So
Very
good.
dramatic show.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So any other predictions or that's it?
I don't know. I'm just like this season 5 train is so good.
I know.
Like I
I'm
said,
taking
it's
it
fresh.
every course.
I
It's like
love
a
it.
fresh
And I'm happy
like,
kind
yeah.
of that Peyton and Lucas, I know I love Leighton, but I'm happy that they didn't get back together or that he didn't choose Peyton over Lindsay because
Yeah.
I feel like the way that they went about this situation, it was like a little much. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
let's slow this down because
Yeah.
this is too much at once for
Mhm.
them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I
I almost
enjoy-
found it like,
Well, the portrayal of heartbreak, I really like seeing that, and I like seeing like Peyton having to deal with this.
Yeah.
And you also
Mhm.
see like Lucas's side where like he has met somebody else, and so like how do you like deal with it when there are real feelings there, but
yeah.
like sometimes it just doesn't work out like the way that you want it to work out
Mhm.
because other people are involved.
Exactly.
So I really like do enjoy like it's like the real life aspect of it, but sometimes it's a little bit much because I'm like there's no way like Peyton, like a real girl would do what Peyton did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She put
episode.
herself out there and made herself vulnerable
Yeah.
like 3
Like,
times in
I
one
know.
episode, and it's like,
I
oh
was
my
like,
god,
girl,
no.
get it together.
Hold like hard.
Yeah.
Hold your heart. Like that's
Yeah.
cringy.
Oh man.
I felt terrible, but she said, "I'm gonna be your Keith. I'm
gonna
gonna
be your
watch
Keith.
you. I'm gonna support
Remember
you."
Your cool uncle that was so in love with your mom and so heartbroken all the time. That's
Where are my
me
Keith
now.
nuggets? There's no Keith nuggets.
I know.
mean, there was a
Peyton,
Keith
Peyton
nugget.
is now the Keith
She's the
nugget.
Keith
She
nugget.
is the Keith nugget now.
I I mean, it was
Oh,
nice that they had the leaf
fall
go on
on
his grave, but
Yeah.
I just miss.
I know.
Such a different world when you think
It
about it.
It is.
It's so different,
is.
just not having the adults at all, really. In
Yeah,
the show.
Yeah, it
not
is.
having the adults.
It is.
The cafe's not there.
Yeah.
It's
weird.
Yeah, it's a whole new level.
You're talking about how, like, you know, Peyton and the whole Keith thing, and I was thinking too, I was like, it would not have been the same if this had been Brooke doing that, because Brooke and Lucas never had the friendship that Peyton did with him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like, now I think it's come full circle where she really was a great friend to him, even like outside of their romantic relationship.
Yeah.
So, like, it actually hits home because she can be like, you know what, fine, we can just be friends. We were friends for a very long time before we even got together through, you know, Brooke and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And that would not have held the same weight with Brooke, because Brooke was never like best friends with him.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
all,
that's true.
you know, physical. It was all like, you know, about the
Mhm.
relationship and that relationship, and not about them being friends.
Yeah.
So-
Definitely.
Yeah, they had a lack of communication, Brooke and Lucas.
Right.
They didn't.
Yeah.
No.
There was an attraction there, but it was never to
very,
that level.
It was
Right.
very sexual and
Yeah.
all very hot and heavy all at once, and not really kind of like a fluid
Right.
relationship.
That was a
Right.
whole other world.
Right, and
That was like a whole other lifetime
Exactly.
now.
a
Oh.
whole other season ago, even though it was like
Yeah.
years.
Believe it or not, though, on a lot of these Twitter pages and Instagram pages I follow, there are people that are dead set on Brookus.
Really?
And they're on that Brookus train
Oh,
till the
yeah.
very end. And I'm like, I find it, I
mean,
get
like,
it, but
the-
it's...
there were ship wars.
Oh,
during
yeah.
the-
There
Sure,
still
time.
are. There still are.
And,
Like, guys, relax.
Right. And I remember, like, I was just on like Tumblr like last week. I was looking at something, and like there was a page where they were calling Peyton and Lucas Pucus and calling her Satan. So,
God.
yeah, so I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's intense.
The
we're
One
10
Tree
years
Hill
ago,
fans
they're
are
still, like,
something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets really
it was, like,
intense.
10 years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, like, wow,
And
they're still big.
I just want to shout out to maybe some of our younger listeners. I just found out what stan means because I was on Twitter
What's
and
Stan?
there was
What
like,
is
oh,
that?
like people were
STAN?
talking about like One Tree Hill stands and 13 Reason Why stands and all of these like shows and their stands. And I'm like, is it an
What's-
acronym? And I look it up from the Eminem song where he has that obsessed fan named Stan.
Oh,
They use the name Stan for people that are like hardcore obsessed
yep.
with a show
Well,
or a
that's
movie
new.
or whatever. So hardcore fans, they are calling themselves Stans.
Yeah.
Okay.
The more you know. Like I just learned that because everyone on Twitter, I forgot what I follow a lot of One Tree Hill fan accounts on Twitter, and everyone was talking about the stands, but not for One Tree Hill. They were all talking about something else. I don't remember. And I was like, the fuck, am I that old? I'm like, what the fuck is a stan? And I Google, what does stan,
What does Stan
mean?
mean?
And then
Oh.
Urban Dictionary was like, obsessed fan
Yeah.
originates from
Yep.
the Eminem song. And I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Because I thought it was an acronym. I'm like, what
Yeah.
could STA? And
That's bizarre.
So,
but
That is bizarre.
Yeah,
we're getting with the times,
I'm a-
guys.
I'm a middle school teacher, so I have to keep up like
Oh,
on what
yeah.
a lot of these like terms are, because like the kids use them in my class. So I'm like, okay, Urban Dictionary, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
yeah.
okay, like you just got detention for saying that. Like,
Right.
so,
That's so
so
funny.
like now I was like, now I know what all this stuff means when they're having conversations, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh really? And then I can have a conversation with them. They're like, how do you know that? And I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ingrid knows
yeah,
that well.
Oh my gosh, so funny though. But yeah, now we know what stan means.
Interesting.
Wow.
Stan.
Right?
Okay.
The more you know.
Mhm.
I think we're pretty much good. Do we have our Patreon list?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll
Okay,
bring it
so
up on my-
you have it there?
Hold on.
Okay, well, while she's pulling up Patreon, our Patreon pledges, I'll tell you guys a little bit about that. So Patreon is pretty much a site that it's like a tipping and rewards site for a bunch of people that have creative projects. So if you guys are into this podcast and you like it and you would like to support the podcast in some way, you guys can go to patreon.com/treehilltalk. And we have a bunch of different tiers and levels there that have all different perks. You get entered into monthly giveaways. You get gifts sent to you. You get behind the scenes. You get visuals of the podcast and the pre-show and the commentary. And then the pre-show is just a mini podcast that we do about anything and everything. And it's a nice little community over there. So if that's something you're into, you can head over to patreon.com/treehilltalk.
Yes.
And we also always shout out our pledges because we are indebted to you guys, and you guys
we
are
love
amazing.
You guys.
The best.
So I'll read them off. I'll start with the Trick Team, which we have Gwen with us. She's
Yay,
in the Trick
who's
Team.
joining us right
If
now.
you're in the Trick Team, you get the access, I guess, to Skype in, obviously,
And guest host.
Guest host an episode. And we have next week. We have Kaylin. I'm sorry. We have Kaylin. She's gonna be with us for episodes 9 and 10.
Yep.
And then I think the week after that we have Jessica for 11 and
Yeah.
12. So it's
Yay!
crazy.
We have a
This
bunch
whole-
of guest hosts lined up.
It's going to be a fun season because then we'll be almost done with it, which
I know,
is
which is
crazy.
insane.
So anyway, the Trick Team, we have Samantha, Michaela, Gwen, Kaylin, Jessica, and Casey. So they have all their
Thank you.
all pledged $20 or more. So you guys
Yeah.
get all the perks. Our close over bros: Jason, Kelsey, Bethany, Kendall, Chandler, Allison, Logan, Ryan, Elizabeth, Teresa, Allie, and Amanda.
Woo! Big
Ooh,
group.
baby.
Thank
Keith
you.
Scott Body Shop crew is almost as long. Jill, Sheena, Jake, Jamaica, Tevin, Keegan, Monica, Shanique, Kristen, and Steve.
Yay!
And then the
Thank you, thank
Ravens,
you.
Nicole, Erin, and Alicia.
Yay!
So we have 31 beautiful
You guys are the
Patreon
best.
babes. We
So
love you guys
seriously,
so much.
thank you guys so much. This podcast wouldn't happen without you guys, seriously, because it takes believe it or
Takes a
not,
lot.
poor Gwen was waiting for us to get our shit together over here because we were just stuck. Like, we were having so many technical issues.
And we couldn't figure it out. And we did the same thing 4 times. On the
Yeah.
4th time, it was like, okay, it worked.
It
Yeah.
decided to work. So
Yeah.
So stupid. but
So,
technology.
yeah, so, we're getting there. But, and then also, if you would like to support the show in another way, if you listen to us on iTunes, please go to our iTunes page and make sure you're subscribed and you leave a rating and review because that helps us out and it helps make the show more visible to other One Tree Hill fans and maybe anybody else that wants to listen to the podcast. And if you go to treehilltalk.com, it takes you to our SoundCloud. It has links for all of our socials. You can follow us there on Twitter,
Everywhere.
Instagram, and all that good
Twitter,
stuff.
Instagram, Snapchat, Gmail,
Mhm.
snail mail,
Snail
PO
mail,
box
we have our
76
PO
in
box,
Coram.
everything. Yeah, everything's over there. So, speaking of Samantha, who is part of our
Oh yeah, she's a part
Trick
of the Trick
Team.
Team.
she gave us these amazing wine glasses.
They're amazing.
That have the artwork from Peyton. So it has the Burning Heart logo on one of them.
Yep.
The other one has the painting
People
of
always leave.
People Always Leave with the stoplight. And then the third one has Peyton, the shooting heart one with
Leighton and Brooke.
Yeah,
when
and-
they're
yep,
pointing
when
the
they're-
gun into the
Yep,
abyss. I
and
guess
they're shooting off on.
Yeah, that's an awesome. they're
So,
so amazing.
they're
gorgeous.
so nice. We
Thank
can't wait to
you.
use
Someone
them.
on Etsy made
Yeah,
them, right?
apparently-
we have
yeah, I
to
think she
shout
got
out
them-
whoever it was. 'Cause,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, she got them on Etsy, so they're amazing. So thank you so much.
Can't wait to drink our
I
wine
know.
and seltzer. And
So we have drink all our goodies out of those. But yeah, thank you guys for listening and joining us this week.
And thank you, Gwen.
Thank you,
And thank you, Gwen,
Thank
for
you for
hanging
having
with
me.
us.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much for guest hosting with us, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Yay.
Thanks so much,
Thanks so
Gwen.
much,
This was so
Gwen.
much fun.
Yeah, I had a blast. Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Oh,
thanks
we're
so much.
glad.
It's so cool having someone else like
Yeah,
chip
seriously.
it, like
Yeah,
like
and
pitch-
especially because you know everything, and Ingrid doesn't have to like.
yeah, I can
Yeah.
give you the eyes.
Yeah, I was
we
like,
know
while you guys were doing predictions, I was like, I kept a straight face. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
you're
I'm
a
not
poker
doing
face,
anything.
girl.
I'm not doing anything. Like,
I know that's how it has to be.
That's
like,
Ingrid's
when-
life.
Yeah.
During a prediction time, I'm always just like, I'm just gonna casually just sip my coffee and just.
She's like, oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, smile and nod. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's
So-
fun. It's fun making the predictions.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All
So
right. Thank you.
This
thank
was
you so much,
awesome.
Gwen.
Have a good night, Gwen.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.